20K plate chips.
You within your estate?
Yeah. Go for football of the gym.
For football of the gym, exactly.
Yeah. So we rebuild that here.
Okay, sell by sell?
Yes, we can do some.
So, but what was the issue with it?
So this one, the BMS died. We replaced it. The chips died as well.
Wow.
So we're just waiting for parts as well. And a pre-charge resistor, that's all.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, how many years were you in service before the issue? Just new.
Brand new. It has 600 kilometers range.
And that should be covered by the warranty. Maybe it was sold by dealership.
Yeah, they were both open market. They were not
open market dealership. Oh, that's a risk.
But we tooled up for all these things. We have 1,000 volts insulated tools. The floor is 1,000 volts insulated.
So how soon are we sending our people for training to learn more from you?
Anytime, man. Anytime. Yeah, we have a fire blanket and people can do perfect. Yeah.
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
It escaped my mind, but I'm going to remember now in a second. Have you handled any of the Leap motor products?
Not yet.
Leap.
Not yet.
What about the performance for the letter in Kenya? Are they really selling?
The problem with Chinese stuff in Kenya is Chinese has different tiers right now, right? So there's your BYD tier 1, there's your Xpens, there's your Leap, and then there's tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. Okay. So majority of the guys are bringing in tier 2 just because of pricing. So it's not a bad car, but the build quality is not what you get from Japan.
Yeah.
The problem with Kenya is you drive cars to death, right? Like the class might not be working, all these things, but build quality has to be proper. So that's why people go to Japan. They're not like the best cars, but the window will always work even 10 years later. A motor, you can find it for like next to nothing. So most of the Chinese products that are coming in, people want, there's actually a shop called Moja.
I think you passed through that when we're coming just now.
Yeah. Decent cars, but so there's a car called a Skywalk.
Yeah.
In Kenya, Skywalk is a TV. So
like from TV to car. We have Skywalk TV in Nigeria.
Yeah. So there is that. It will take. They need to do a lot of books just for perception. We're not making TVs on.
What about maybe the price point? Because that's another.
It's decent, but Kenyans don't buy new cars.
That's the issue. Yeah. That's why in Nigeria, EV World, we've been trying to study the market to know the right place to start.
Yeah.
So one of the things we are doing now, among other things, is that we are trying to bring in as much units of high quality pre-owned.
Because if you look at it this way, if you bring a Tesla has made like, say, 2 million units of Model 3s, right?
Yes.
The good thing about them making 2 million units is 5% of them will crash. That's where you get your parts. Right? So if your battery is dead, you get them from crashed cars.
Yeah.
So there's that scale of 1 million of them are made, you have access to parts. A lot of guys have seen them, have interacted with them.
They know what it is.
Yes, you have access to software updates. You have access to DIY things and things like that. Because for Nipandis, we have forums for us.
Yeah.
But if you go to Meta, there's zero forum. You don't even know what to use for
where to start from.
Yeah. So that's the difference. Because you normally imagine by the time it's coming to Africa, the dealer will not support you.
Sure.
Yeah. So you're basically on your own.
On your own. Yeah. That's good. But do you recommend any form of reinforcement for battery pack? Because like these cars with ground clearance not so high, do you recommend aftermarket kind of protection?
Yeah. So depends on your road. Nairobi has pretty decent roads, depending on which side of Nairobi you live. So when you're on this side of Mombasa Road, good roads. When you go downtown, not so good. But majority of our cars are uptown. And they're always on the expressway, so we don't need them. But in Lagos, if it's different, then you can do like a sump plate all the way down the base just as an
additional protection.
Yes.
I can't take all of the things that in one day because we'll still have to come to
no problem. Happy
again have some time to discuss with you and talk more. I still have one question. So, what's your advice about forklifting an EV? Like, if you want to lift it with forklift?
No problem.
No problem. You can still apply for it.
The way the cars are designed, I wish one will come in. When you forklift, it doesn't go to the battery. You go to the jack
Right.
points. Yes, that's right. But normally a rule of thumb is you do maybe a pallet under or some wooden planks.
Before you
Yeah.
Before lifting.
Just to avoid the metal and metal.
Okay, we are setting up something. We will send you what we're setting up. Can you give us answer?
Yeah, happy to.
So what we want to have first of all is to have more like a classroom setting where we have all this training board. With all the details about
Yeah.
the electric vehicle system.
We're actually doing that after.
Yeah, I'll send that to you to see what we have, and then you can also give us the advice on
happy to.
how we can make it better. Yeah, and hopefully we'll be expecting to visit Nigeria soon.
Yeah, happy to come, man. Like, I think I am aware that most of these cars will probably end up in Africa, right?
Sure.
So, how do we make sure that when they're coming to Africa,
They're supported.
they are supported, right? And I want an African narrative to this kind of thing. I don't want someone to come in, sort of company, they make their money and they go out. In 5 years, you're left with cars that you can check.
They can work.
I want, one of the things I normally tell people about EVs, I don't want to give you an EV because I'm saying it's a better thing. I want you to go into a showroom and actually pick an EV.
And then whichever one it is,
Yes.
it can be supported.
Yes. I want to say I want an EV because it's better for whatever I want it to do. I don't want the government to give me incentives just to basically push EVs down the throat. And then in 6 years, you have EVs that no one is using.
Oh, there.
So by doing that, people will start appreciating the tech. People start taking these batteries and doing solar panels to them and all. So that ecosystem that has always been in Africa for the longest time will always be there. Because I'm seeing guys in Tunisia or Morocco, they're buying old Mercedes from Russia and they're 40 years old and they're still running.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the kind of ecosystem I still want the EVs to run. You bring a Tesla and does 5 years in its first life, the battery goes into solar. Someone makes another battery pack from crashed cars, goes another 5 years, and so on and so forth. So that the whole ecosystem.
Yes. I have two more questions. Now, this time I'm certain there's just two left. So the first one is that have you tried out conversion?
We've done conversion.
What vehicle?
Land Cruisers and Land Rovers.
Land Cruisers, but the Safari ones or the regular
Safari
ones?
ones.
Safari ones. So what about the regular ones with all the adaptive dynamic, cruise control, all of
That's what we want to do now.
which of the vehicles? Land Cruisers still.
Still Land Cruiser. The reason why we go Land Cruisers is it's a ladder chassis, right? You can easily place different things. When you come into this, you need to chop a lot of the car in terms of realistic for it to hit batteries. So that chopping affects the structural rigidity. Yeah.
So, but why don't you sometimes maybe apply the same bonnet, the trunk space, like where the engine would have been to accommodate the battery? Wouldn't that have been possible?
Yes, it'll be possible, but it
won't have
will
enough.
be expensive
Oh,
and also not enough. So you can only fit like 20 kWh in the front door. That'll give you like 100 kilometers. Not enough. But for Land Cruiser, you have an entire chassis to play with. You can even do 100 kilometers.
Wow.
Do 800 kilometers.
I have a Jaguar SJ
Yeah, you know it.
2013, 12, 13 XJ. I want to confirm that quick to you.
Buy a Tesla. Buy a complete Tesla and put it in. It's not hard. It's just that commercially, you can for yourself.
Yeah, for
you're
myself.
into EV.
Because I
You
want-
can. The vehicle will run.
Because we want that to also be
Yourself.
some of the content,
Yeah.
for people to see
So-
the possibilities.
For that is you just buy a crashed Tesla, chop it up, and then put it.
Just take that battery.
Yes.
So will it
Sort
be
of
on
do-
that? Will it be on that?
Well, you can put it under the seats so that you don't choke a lot of stuff.
Sweet.
But you need to do a lot of weight
Balance.
dynamics, so that you don't overload the plant.
I would want us to collaborate
Yeah, happy
that
to.
project
It's good. I've done that. We're actually starting one next week.
next week. I wish we were here for longer.
Yeah.
We would have experienced part of it. But
Yeah.
then we'll keep into
Yeah.
that conversion
Exactly.
from the Jaguar would like
That's
to.
simple.
I'm looking at a situation whereby we can maybe set a couple of people for training, most likely undergraduates. They come for training
Yeah,
here.
sure.
And then when they return, that will be their first project. But they will still contact their instructors here for supervision.
So and I'll show you the mezzanine. So we have an entire mezzanine that's
Okay.
we don't use. So we've purchased a crashed Tesla in Dubai. It's coming in as parts. So the trick is we want to give people a chassis and the components, and we give people a month to build a car and drive it. So the catch would be whoever can drive it based on their calculations to say 100 kilometers, you can give them like a holiday for a week there. And then they can come in, take it apart for the next team, so that people get a bit handsy on this. It's good to read, but it's different to actually build the car itself. So you'll do your own wiring harnesses, you'll do your own motor calculations, you'll do your own coding. We will support. We already have functions for that, but we want people to actually build it themselves.
Students also, or just engineers?
Anyway, honestly,
We are targeting like
these
students.
Yeah.
So they can end up then have a scholarship and then have a job because now they've shown competence.
So one, obviously, it will be students, but we also want to open a shop for enthusiasts.
And I promise my last question.
It's fine.
The
We have
final.
time.
So what was your inspiration to get into all of this?
I've been in cars for all my life. My old man is in motorsport. I am in motorsport.
Formula One.
No, rally.
Rally.
Yeah, proper rally.
Safari rally, like
Yeah.
all the Dakar kind of rally.
Yeah.
So that means you're very familiar with the Mitsubishi Pajero.
Yeah, I have one.
I love it. I used to have one.
Yeah.
Now I want to buy another one.
You should.
But now I should buy EV.
Why not both?
So now you still compete in the rally?
Yes, I still compete.
Wow. So that means because of the rally, you were forced to learn to fix and repair your vehicle by yourself and all of
I
that.
actually got my first job in EVs because of rally. The guy I used to rally with was starting the EV shop. So he said, I've seen what you do, starting conversions, no one knows anything. So would you like to maybe come and help us in research and all this information? But I've also competed locally with an EV, Nissan Leaf. So I've also imported a Tesla Model S performance to compete. Just purely to compete.
For E race, right?
No, full rally.
Full rally, but you use the EV in there,
Yes.
so no separation.
Yes.
Come with what you have.
Yeah, I want to preach my wine.
But what about the terrain? Like, for the rally, it's not meant to be the good road.
So
right?
there are like 4 tiers of rally, right? So there is tarmac rally, quarter mile.
Oh, okay.
So that I do.
Tarmac rally.
Quite a bit. There is safari rally where I support. I don't rally myself, I support.
Support them.
Yeah, so it's doing technical support, training, all these things going out, doing route mapping. Yeah. So those I want to enter with the EV. But for tarmac, the quarter miles, drugs, that I'll do with the EV.
But the roads are good enough.
Yeah,
for
roads
that
are
kind of
good.
rally.
And then, because the rally starts from here to the gate.
Oh, okay.
They're not far. Yeah, it's like maybe 250 meters.
Wow. So how do you now determine who is actually doing better? Is it just for the check for acceleration?
So there is a flag point. There are lights where like 1, 2 go, and then the first one across the line is the winner, and then it's timed.
So it's just about the acceleration.
Yes. And then EVs have
High
full
acceleration.
RPM at 0. So that's the trick. And then weight distribution.
And then the driver skills too. Like in the I see that they start to pump
Yeah,
the accelerator, and then you lift the brake and
Yeah.
it
So the
flies.
problem with the IC, actually have I still do motorsport with my other golf. So I have a big turbo golf. You need the turbo to get hot.
build it up.
Yeah, to build
And
all
you
those
launch.
things. Yes. So that if you just put your foot down, that's all. You've won. So that's the difference.
Wow.
But for me, and even so, the guys behind me are normally supportive with these kind of things. It's good for marketing, and people can actually start conversation about EVs.
Yeah.
Like these guys are actually starting to win.
All the rallies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good conversion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have this for you.
This is still part of the last question. So what's your background education of
Electrical engineer. Professionally.
That backs everything up.
Yeah. So school-wise electrical engineering, street-wise mechanical.
It's all together. Yeah. Because it's difficult for you to actually say you have knowledge on one side and
You need to know what's happening on the other side.
on the other side to be able to support it.
So I can just show you our operations. It's a really cool office.
Yeah.
Like plants. So I see that you have vast tools, sometimes break here. But so these are some of our chargers, backup chargers.
Okay.
So we have 17 chargers in the field right now.
Wow.
But we manage all of them as
So that's for these guys, for the airport, they can go to charge, but it's only for the slow charge.
So the way the contract is made when you get a car, we set up a charger for you for free.
Okay, like in your home.
In your home or in your hotel or your office,
Right.
right?
Okay.
Yes.
We are giving free in Lagos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So the reason we do that is we want to manage all the charge in the field. They're still our property.
Yeah.
So once we do that, we're able to see degradation of these cars, degradation of the batteries over time.
But they leave over the 3 years time. How many percentage drop have you experienced with capacity?
Less than 5.
Less than 5%, over 3 years. What's the drop for Tesla Model X, the 2017-18 versions?
Around that 5.
5% over 5 years?
Yeah.
Or over 3?
Yeah. But those are new, so over 5 years can be maybe 5.
5, okay. I've not had the opportunity to test the degradation for the Tesla because we got it and then we've been in Kenya. So when we're back to Nigeria, then we'll check it.
We'll check it in.
Yeah.
So tracking, charging. You should buy stuff. So we basically manage all this in real time. So we see who's charging, which part is going into the airport, how it's going into the airport.
So we need to be perpetually connected.
Yes. But the beauty also is the charger saves the data in case we're offline when you come back.
So you have the story.
Yes.
Okay, so good. So it's the project is okay, it's back online.
So it actually has a cache of 10 GB. It can have data for like 6 months. So these are our cars, some of them 13 years. So this is our lines.
This is the software, right?
Yeah,
This guy is somewhere in West London.
Yeah. So one is at the airport.
But the airport boy is packed, it's not moving.
Yeah.
These guys are in motion.
Yeah, these guys are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That looks nice, but let me take a quick look at the award.
Yeah, we normally have students over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Summer school.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is the software locally built?
No, this is open market.
Okay,
So we
open
just
market.
tweaked it to whatever we wanted to.
Okay.
So this is one of our clients.
That's for the wall box.
Yes, we use Wallbox. So also OEM Wallbox software with our additions.
What about the M-Face? If you compare the performance of M-Face against the wall box?
Way better, Wallbox is way
Wall
better.
box is better.
Yeah.
Have you tried these guys Beam?
No.
You know, they have this integrated solar
No, this also has that.
okay, wall box are better.
Yeah.
Integrated with solar panels.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And then it can do its own dance to choose where to best pull power from, depending on the load.
And at every point in time.
Yes.
That's fine. That's fine. And what's your opinion about all this carrying on additional battery? Maybe you just have it.
I think it's redundant.
Redundancy.
Yeah, carrying 200 kgs just to get an extra 50 kilometers.
And that one could also be could have been why you bought 50 kg in the first place.
Yeah.
So, but with improved battery technology, when the batteries are getting lighter, then that would be good.
I think it's better just to do route optimization when you start in journeys. If you're going to say Nakuru, for example, which is like 20 kilometers from here, it's better for you to just know where to charge there as opposed to carrying an extra battery and then driving back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In fact, I tell people the same thing because now we talk about petrol and petrol stations are all over the place. But let's cast our minds back to maybe when these things just started.
Yeah.
And when you don't have filling station anywhere. You need to plan your trip.
Yeah. It's just like fuel.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You need to plan your trip. Yeah. So I tell people. So with time, charging can be as open as it could be.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm not really a big fan of public charging for private user
Yeah,
because
exactly.
you don't really need it. You don't drive 24 hours all day.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen. Yeah.
People are very predictable, right?
Yeah.
Even for us, after here, I'll probably go home. And then I'll chill for the next 12 hours in the house.
Yeah, you know,
Just
time
charge
to
it.
go.
Yeah.
Even in the office when you're not driving, you
You just buy a car that you can.
it's just like a phone, you know. You don't need to wait for it to be there. When you're not using it, you
Yeah, just plan it. Yeah.
But with time, I feel people would understand this thing. It's just like a knowledge that still feels like too much of mass.
Yeah.
So, but with time, people will just do this conveniently.
Yeah. But if you actually think about it, there are more charging stations than more fuel stations because anyway you can like.
Anywhere, yeah, you can't have a filling station at home.
Yeah.
But you can have your charging in your
Yeah.
house. So your house
Yeah.
is a filling
You
station.
can go to your pals place and charge your car.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some locations like that in Lagos now. Our office is going to be free for public charge.
Yeah.
This for the next few months, yes. Then we have a partner school. The school also installed some chargers in the school because we have totally on-grid renewable and solar. So people can also go there and charge for free for now. Yeah, so, with time, people get used to it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do. I can show you through here.
Okay.
This computer. So you normally have my kit here. These trays are here. So we are also actively tracking like the battery percentage in real time. So this one is at 62%.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the function for that, is it provided by the vehicle itself?
Yeah, canvas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The vehicle has that in it?
Yes. Oh, shit. Yeah, lost it. So we, by virtue of just that data being publicly available in the canvas, we can have so much showed to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so these are all our chargers. So this is just one client.
So charger, five, B2.
It's just one client.
Okay, that's the one in the workshop.
Yeah, the one that's
Workshop
here.
one.
Yeah, workshop one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have standby. This had a problem. So standby is just basically a backup, and then we'll pull it back.
Later when you
Yeah,
connect.
yeah. Once all the issues are sorted, we'll pull it back. So we can also play around with how much power goes into a vehicle. So you can see an electricity costs, how much power has gone into a charger every month, charging time, how many sessions, how much, things like this. And the best bit about this as well is normally this dashboard. So energy supplied in the last 6 months, charging time, sessions, income. So this is zero because we don't bill for charging. Electricity cost, environmental impact, how much carbon CO2 has been saved, how much fuel we've replaced. So right now in Kenya, it's like fuel is like 200 shillings, $2, give or take. So we've basically saved about 40K in fuel.
In the last, over what period is that?
So this is just the last 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Wow. 6 months.
Yeah, so if you go 12 months, the numbers become also like quite interesting. So it's really, but then, so this, initially we had 4 cars and then we went to 20 cars. So this is when we increased our fleet. Yeah.
That's over the period of about 7 months.
Yes.
From October to.
Yeah. So you can see that period, this is how much? Or $54K saved just from fuel as well.
That's the Wallbox app is very robust. So it could give you all of these calls.
So I was actually showing you. So take this for example. So this is one of the chargers. So energy type currently I don't know, but I can set this up to solar and the location type if it's public charging, all those things. Let's pick one. So here, so I can either have grid or solar. Yeah, so currently just pulling from the grid. Yes. So like this one is almost full, it's just throttle charging. And how much? Yeah. Pretty interesting data.
Very.
Yeah, I also have different users for different chargers. So I know who are allocated to different chargers. These are the only guys who can access the charger.
With a password?
So it's just on their phone.
Okay.
Yeah, they need to open the chargers themselves. So it has a QR code that links. The purpose for that is, people are normally people. So when you plug in the vehicle, someone cannot unplug it.
Yeah.
Only the guy
Until
who started
yeah.
can unplug it. So that we've had issues whereby people would plug in a charger and go for lunch, and then someone, maybe they hate you, they can
Just unplug it.
Yeah. So that
EV haters.
yeah, but basically that's it. So we can integrate this with Visa, Stripe, all those things.
So this
payment
payment
platform?
Yeah.
is for if they're paying to charge.
Yes.
Wow.
But currently we don't have that. But we have all that. We can streamline that direct to bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Among other things.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we are data people.
It's doing so much, and
Yeah.
the data,
Yeah.
it's almost everything.
Yeah. So we normally just have this on that screen, and then we don't need to look at them. So all this charging is just free. But for us.
Free for your fleet.
Yeah, free for our fleet. Yeah, so that's basically.
So how do you get payments now for running this? The hotel, you have an agreement with the hotel?
Yes, so they just pay us directly, monthly, just like rent.
Oh, okay. That's per ride, or there's just an
It's a
agreement?
ballpark. It's a ballpark cap at a fixed monthly kilometer cap. So if they do say 5k kilometers, they pay X amount. If they do 5k or 6k, they pay X plus kilometer figure.
Okay. So what are the best scanners that you can use for EVs?
So at the moment we designed this. We do a lot of design. So we designed this with a company called Link. So these are Nissan Leaf specific.
Okay.
Yeah, so we designed it so we can get like a whole bunch of data from these cars. So we just redesigning this again to include 4G.
Okay.
So that you can do SIM cards and IoT SIM cards.
Okay.
So that you can get this data.
Real-time
Real-time
data.
from any location.
So currently we just need to physically plug them in, which is somewhat annoying, but continuous improvement.
You guys have done a lot.
Yeah, we are
really a lot.
yeah. So this actually just came in yesterday. So we got this in Amazon, but then we talked to the guy who set it up.
For the software.
Yeah, we needed him to adjust a few things.
Is this one that we got? Let me check the name.
Watch out.
I want to check the brand name because that is inclusive in the training facility. Let me just check it in a second.
Okay.
Okay, X2. Doesn't it?
Yeah, I know it's true.
Yeah, X2.
So at the moment, the best we found out was this. So
So yeah, I got a scanner from them just a few days ago. Not focused on EV.
yeah, so they have an EV specific one actually at the moment.
Let me check the model that I got.
But I'm never in the office that much.
Mostly on the field.
Yeah. We're breaking down cars about you.
And these guys, Conway.
Yeah, I know Conway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're good. So this is the best
Auto.
in
Yeah.
EV. It's bloody expensive.
That's what my
So this is
my electrical technician in Nigeria uses.
Yeah.
He's a technician that always upgrades his equipment all the time. So
What's
I
his
just
name?
bought He's not a popular guy, he's just a street guy. But he likes to buy best equipment.
yeah.
His name is ID, you know.
This is the absolute best. The fucking best.
ID D1.
But it's bloody expensive.
Yeah, the hotel.
It's $5,000.
Oh.
Yeah, but small price to pay.
I think the S tool was around 2,000.
Yeah.
The one that is specific for EVs.
Ah,
Yeah, $2,000.
so this was made in China, which will cover all cars made in China, Japan, US, UK.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
And it's important to have good tools like this because
Yeah,
especially
this is everything.
when you're buying pre-owned vehicles, you need to actually check the battery health. I believe this one can actually test on the health of the battery.
Yes, because even
Yeah.
So I basically have an overview of my fleet, like real time. And then I normally cover main every 2 months, just over time.
But why would you have a platform for your fleet by yourself? Okay, we know for now it's actually for pick up and drop off airport.
Yeah.
But assuming you're running a full-time taxi service, would you rather have your own service for taxi, or would you put it under the likes of maybe Bolt or Uber?
I'd rather I don't like people, especially in London. I don't like managing drivers. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want someone is sick. I understand people getting sick, but I don't think I'd rather work with machines. They're predictable. So I'd rather go to Uber, tell them I'll give you X amount of cars. Please manage it. I want you to pay me X amount. You know, the problem with managing the fleet yourself is you sort of become more HR, less managers.
Yeah.
Because you now need to employ 3 guys to run 1 car per day. Right? For you to get meaningful income, you need to drive this car for like 10 kilometers a day.
Yeah.
Realistically, one person cannot do that.
Yeah. Monitoring,
Yeah.
follow up.
Yeah, and then you guys need to pay you. It's like $100 here, $400 there, $3,000 there. This car needs service. So there's so much work that I honestly don't want to do it.
So do you keep stock of service parts over here to
Everything, yeah.
everything? Side mirror,
So what we did?
headlight.
What we did is we have a friend in the UK
Okay.
and we have a DHL account. So because we don't want to hold money in stock, if we break a side mirror today, we can get a side mirror on Friday.
Yeah.
Landed in our hands. If we put in the next flight to Nairobi. If we want any parts, lights and mirrors, that will be put in the next flight to Nairobi. For other parts, we just cross-match them. We basically took the whole car part, went to industrial area, cross-matched what it shares with, then we can buy it locally. So instead of me having parts worth 50k here, I'll use 50k to buy 2 cars. Then when something breaks, I just
take it
grab
out
the car
of
for
it.
like a day. Yeah.
Okay.
You also need to manage stocks. You need to barcode them. You need a store manager.
Inventory.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Thankfully, the applications, the softwares are helping, but it's still a lot of.
Because in the application, they just auto feed in my monthly report, right? Yeah, I can come to August for a month and everything will be running. All the emails will be going out, all the invoices will be going out, their own auto generate. So even if I increase my fleet to 100, I can still do it in justice.
Now you're increasing the fleet to 100, of course. My question should maybe not be necessary, but I still like to ask it. So over that period of 3 years now, would you say the business is profitable?
We've always been profitable.
Always been profitable. Yeah. I like that answer because sometimes, we know a lot of these modern businesses, they're just surviving and expanding, but they're not profiting.
Yeah. The problem I think with other businesses is for them is more optics than the actual business.
Yeah, but
So, for them it's just how do we get to an exit at 5 years without even data. It's a lot of LinkedIn, a lot of videos. They're always doing CNNs, all this
impression.
Yes, but bring their books, bring our books. We've actually always been self-funded.
And always profitable. I love that. And now you took yourself some 3 years before now you think about increasing the fleet to as much as 100. You maintained like 20 for a while. It's an inspiration for us because right now, when we started the EV world, we're trying to be very certain about which segment of the value chain we're supposed to play at. So we have vehicles on the fleet that's available for sale. We have brand new, we have used vehicles. We have capacity for consultation and training. We have capacity for so many other things, including this development of charging infrastructure, and then even giving out some chargers. We've done a number of them, official pictures of the ones we did. Now, sometimes we think of it when we're looking at how do we actually get into a very profitable segment of the market, apart from making impact, profit. Now,
I think
okay.
the profit.